This strange cave, found in the form of a vertical shaft, is not like an ordinary entrance. In the heart of northern Russia, in the rugged region of the North Caucasus, lies a colossal vertical abyss, with walls made of gigantic blocks of stone, fitted with astonishing precision that descend deep into the earth. How did ancient builders build such an underground wonder thousands of years ago? This was a civilization that emerged from shamanism, but that did not remain in the hunter-gatherer stage, but rather took the essence of shamanism and integrated it into a type of civilization very different from ours. Is it a portal to a lost civilization, or does it house something much more sinister and alien? The world longs to know. Join us as we tell you how scientists discovered this ancient underground megastructure that reveals the secrets of an extremely advanced secret civilization. And if you like this type of content, subscribe to our channel. It's free. 1. Unearthing the Karhor. In the heart of Russia, hidden in the Republic of Kabardino-Balkaria, lies the North Caucasus. The landscape is a picture of towering mountains scraping the sky and wild vistas stretching as far as the eye can see. This rugged region, which shares borders with Georgia and Abkhazia to the south, is also home to the imposing Mount Elbrus, the highest peak in Europe. For centuries, the North Caucasus has been a melting pot of cultures, all part of the Kassian family. However, the Kassians left a particularly strong mark. Its heritage continues to fascinate experts even today. In 2011, amidst the stunning beauty and rich history of this land, something incredible was unearthed. It was a discovery that sent shockwaves through the world of archaeology. 2. The journey of Arthur Zhikov. A Russian speleologist, Arthur Zhikov, decided to venture into the depths of the Republic of Kabardino-Balkaria while conducting research in the area. While scaling the heights of Mount Khora, he stumbled upon an enigma hidden in the rocky embrace of the mountain, the true knowledge of which will surprise you. He discovered first a vertical shaft whose entrance, framed by two meticulously fitted stone slabs, sank directly into the earth. The precision of the stonework hinted at something extraordinary hidden beneath. I knew I had to explore. The well descended vertically almost 40 meters. Its walls, made of enormous blocks of stone, were so meticulously arranged and polished that they seemed to defy the natural world. They descended straight, bearing the unmistakable mark of deliberate construction. But what lay at the bottom of this mysterious well was even more astonishing than the construction of the entrance. 3. The discovery. The narrow passage opened to a colossal underground chamber, the size of which suggested the enormous effort that must have required its creation. Like the well, the walls of this underground room were built of immense, precisely fitted megalithic blocks. Some of these blocks were so large that they looked like ancient columns, interconnected with such exactness that the joints between them were almost invisible. Getting to this hidden room was no easy task. The entrance shaft was incredibly narrow, measuring just 134 by 43 centimeters. Even the thinnest explorers had to pass with great difficulty. Those brave enough to attempt the descent had to navigate a series of additional ledges and vertical shafts, each more challenging than the last. A 16-meter shaft led to 2 more passages, culminating in a final 10-meter descent that finally opened to the underground room. At 36 meters long, the walls of the room displayed an impressive level of craftsmanship. The joints between the huge stone blocks, visible in some areas, only served to highlight the precision with which they were fitted together, creating the illusion that the stones had been fused together. The team was speechless at their discovery. They concluded that it was a prehistoric construction of enormous scale. Additionally, they found evidence suggesting advanced technological functions within the structure, hinting that it was part of a larger complex. The exact purpose of this enigmatic structure remains shrouded in mystery, but its unique features suggest it may have served a technological purpose. 4. Another architectural surprise. Arthur Zhikov and his team were amazed, standing inside the belly of the beast, or at least the mountain. The enormity and precision of the structure left them stunned. It was something they had never found. The descent through the narrow passage, several meters deep with its polished walls, was already impressive, but it was the arch leading to the great hall that truly captivated them. This bow revealed an unexpectedly advanced level of ancient engineering skill. Its smooth, polished surface curved gracefully above, forming a perfect parabola. Beyond this, the view was impressive. The arch was adorned with natural-looking stone pendants, further adding to the sense of awe. The time and effort required to shape, polish, and fit such massive blocks of stone with such precision, not to mention adding these embellishments, was astonishing, to say the least. In a time when people had to forage for food, what civilization had the luxury of building something so complex and beautiful? 5. Even more terrifying descents, Zhukov was still not satisfied. He undertook numerous descents into the depths of the well, at least 15 in total. Each trip to Earth was a risky undertaking, as Arthur often ignored basic safety measures which would cost him dearly later. With only one person securing it from above and relying on simple tools like a household rope, the expeditions were fraught with danger. Ideally, 2 100-meter ropes were needed, one for the main line and one for safety, but even these would only last a few descents. The expedition required specialized equipment and machinery. Reaching the base of the structure alone was a challenge suitable for experienced climbers. The entrance was a test of agility and endurance, taking more than an hour, and the return ascent was even more grueling. Only those with extensive climbing experience could withstand the physical demands of exploring the pit. However, the challenges did not end there. Zhukov and his team knew they had barely scratched the surface of this underground labyrinth. Hints of unexplored passages and chambers beckoned them from the depths, tempting them deeper into the mountain's embrace. The scale of the discovered shaft was intimidating, its vastness suggesting an even larger network hidden from view. The sensation of fresh air flowing not from the shaft entrance above, but apparently emanating from the walls of the chamber, fueled his belief that the structure extended much deeper into the earth. Undeterred, the team continued, venturing another 100 meters into the unknown. However, their progress was abruptly halted by a network of narrow passages blocked by landslides. Impossible barriers erected by the relentless passage of time. Despite these limitations, the photographs captured by the explorer during these dangerous expeditions spoke for themselves. 6. Similarity to the pyramids of Egypt. It is impossible to ignore the striking similarities between the Kara-Hor well and the inner chambers of the Egyptian pyramids. The meticulously fitted megalithic walls are reminiscent of those found in the Great Gallery of the Great Pyramid of Giza. Even the dimensions of the blocks used in both structures are remarkably similar. This resemblance to one of the most enigmatic and technologically advanced structures of the ancient world has led to speculation about the purpose of the Kara-Hor complex. Could this underground wonder hidden in the Caucasus Mountains have served an equally advanced function, the true purpose of which has been lost in the mists of time? Is this astonishing pit just a glimpse into a much larger complex waiting to be unearthed? 7. Nazi interest in Karora discovery. How could such a monumental discovery have remained hidden for millennia? The truth is that a select few knew about this underground complex long before Zhukov's revolutionary expedition. However, his knowledge was far from public. Zhukov had spent years unraveling the secrets of this hidden world. His search was prompted by his deep immersion in the historical records of the Nazi regime. Adolf Hitler and his inner circle were ardent believers in the occult, a worldview that resonated with the esoteric doctrines of the Thule Society. This group was obsessed with the idea of a primordial Aryan race, a superior people whose origins and glory they sought to resurrect. Hitler, intoxicated by this ideology, was convinced that the Aryans had ruled India, but had degenerated by mixing with the local population. His contempt for India and its people ran deep, a sentiment he frequently expressed with poisonous vitriol in his speeches and writings. This twisted belief system was intertwined with another myth. 8. The Lost City of Atlantis. According to Nazi legend, the lost city of Atlantis was inhabited by a pure-blooded Aryan population before it was tragically engulfed by the ocean. The story goes that the survivors of this catastrophe fled to safer havens, one of which was believed to be the Himalayas. Heinrich Himmler, a senior Nazi official, was completely fascinated by these outlandish ideas. His obsession led him to establish the Ahnenerbe, a sinister research institution posing as an academic body dedicated to exploring the ancestral heritage of the Aryan race. In reality, the Ahnenerbe was a tool to promote the twisted ideology of the Nazi regime under the guise of academic pursuit. The organization engaged in the occult, seeking to uncover ancient secrets that could be exploited for their sinister agenda. 9. Tibet Expedition Tibet, with its towering heights and remote location, was seen as the ultimate refuge, a sanctuary where the remains of this idealized Aryan race could have found safety. One of the Ahnenerbe's most passionate quests was the search for Shambhala, a legendary underground city rumored to possess unimaginable power and advanced technology. This obsession arose from the belief that Shambhala was the birthplace of the Aryan race, and that by discovering its secrets, the Nazis could bolster their claims of racial superiority. Tibet, with its mysticism and isolation, became a prime target for these expeditions. It was seen as a possible gateway to this hidden realm, a place where remains of a pure Aryan civilization could exist. In the late 1930s, under the guise of scientific exploration, the Nazi regime sent an expedition to Tibet to find out. It was led by Ernst Schaefer, a zoologist with close ties to the SS. Although ostensibly focused on botanical and anthropological studies, the true objective was much more sinister. 10. The search for Shambhala. The expedition was not what it seemed. It was a secret mission to find Shambhala, a mythical underground city said to possess incredible power and ancient technology that the Nazis hoped to use for their war effort. A few years later, in the summer of 1942, the German army launched Operation Edelweiss, a massive attack to seize the Caucasus region, especially the Baku oil fields of Azerbaijan. They were desperate for fuel to keep their war machine going, but the Caucasus meant more to the Nazis than just oil. Members of the Ahnenerbe, a Nazi research group obsessed with proving Aryan superiority, thought the region was the birthplace of an ancient Aryan civilization. They dreamed of finding hidden underground cities full of lost knowledge and technology that could support their twisted beliefs. It seems they were close to finding Karora's well. Near the entrance, they carved a swastika into the mountain, probably thinking they were about to find the underground Aryan city. Interestingly, an even older swastika, not made by the Nazis, was also found. Could this be a sign left by the people who built the well? Were the Nazis trying to imitate them with their own swastika and beliefs? It was this mix of history, myth, and obsession that led Yukov to locate and explore the underground complex. 11. An abrupt end to the expedition. The expedition, once full of excitement and promise, took a sinister turn. Tragedy stalked the team. Yukov and several key members met untimely and mysterious ends. Rumors of a curse or something even more sinister began to circulate around the site. Fear gripped the survivors as they wondered if the well was more than a geological wonder. Was it a place of ancient, perhaps even malevolent power? Now, the well stands as a silent and mysterious sentinel of secrets. Is it a relic of a lost civilization, a testament to human ingenuity on a scale we cannot fathom, or something far more alien? Experts debate whether nature or human hands sculpted this underground wonder. One thing is undeniable: this underground labyrinth holds secrets that long to be unearthed, and the courage to do so is tested by the very shadows that lurk within. And this is just one of the many underground mysteries that challenge the inquiring mind today. The Karora may be connected to a whole world of underground networks. 12. The Roman Catacombs. The catacombs, a sprawling underground cemetery built by the ancient Romans, have been shrouded in mystery for centuries. Legends and whispers have revolved around this place, where explorers have found inscriptions and human remains. Recently, a hidden catacomb was unearthed, revealing thousands of skeletons with a unique burial ritual. Now, a dedicated team of experts is using DNA mapping and cutting-edge archaeology to unlock the secrets of these men and women. They are determined to learn their identities and how they met their end. Evidence suggests that entire populations met their end between the late 1st and early 3rd centuries AD. Curiously, his bones show no signs of violence. So what caused his untimely death? 13. The Secrets of the Vatican. Not long ago, Alfredo Barbagallo, an archaeology enthusiast, made a bold claim. The Holy Grail could be hidden in Rome, specifically in the catacombs beneath the Basilica of San Lorenzo. An old story tells that Pope Sixtus II entrusted the Holy Grail to St. Lawrence to protect it from the persecution of Emperor Valerian. Lorenzo supposedly hid the chalice somewhere safe, perhaps even sending it to Spain before he was martyred. Barbagallo believes that the Grail never left Rome and lies buried in a tunnel beneath the basilica dedicated to St. Lawrence. However, the Vatican has refused to allow any exploration of the catacomb. What could they be keeping secret? Is it possible that the hidden places of the past are now protected chambers containing the secrets of the present? 14. The catacombs of Paris' secret societies have always had a mysterious appeal, with stories of ancient rituals and clandestine meetings continuing to intrigue us. Modern historians still study these historical groups, while many wonder about their origins and ultimate destinies. Some speculate that cults evolved from these so-called secret societies, and a recent video from the Paris catacombs may offer a glimpse into modern underground organizations. The Paris catacombs were originally limestone quarry tunnels dating back to the 13th century. However, by the 17th century, Paris was facing a crisis, an overflow of bodies, and nowhere to bury them. The history of tunnels does not end in the 19th century. They were used as rallying points by various armies during the 20th century and have seen countless raids over the years. Nowadays, it is well known that entering the catacombs without a ticket and under intense surveillance is strictly prohibited. What is the reason for this strict control? 15. The Mole Society. A recent TikTok video could suggest that there is a secret group living just below Paris, inside the famous catacombs. Amanda Rollins, a TikTok user, shares her experiences living in Paris and some intriguing details she heard from an ex-boyfriend who worked for the city. She explains that the Catacomb Museum is just the tip of the iceberg. There are other entrances and maps that lead to blocked areas. Then he drops the bomb. A small community lives full-time in the catacombs. His ex told him stories about these people who are completely disconnected from the world above. They know the tunnels like the back of their hand, and Amanda suggests that the city doesn't want explorers wandering there for a reason. 16. London Underground Tunnels. Deep beneath London's bustling station lies a hidden world of tunnels and platforms once vital to the city's transport network, now frozen in time. These forgotten passages, covering some 8,000 square meters, were a closely guarded secret for most of the last century. During the war, they served as a sanctuary and continued to play a role during the tensions of the Cold War. In 2022, the London Transport Museum opened these ghostly spaces to the public. Train enthusiasts and history buffs can now wander through the well-preserved tunnels, marveling at the time capsule of ancient signs, and tiles. The tunnels and platforms under Shepherd's Bush Station are illuminated, exposing the blackened concrete walls and clinging dust. Bundles of cables snake along the walls, reminiscent of active seasons. Explorers here may even catch glimpses of unsuspecting travelers going about their daily routines high above, unaware of the history hidden beneath their feet. 17. The underground city of Derinkuyu. It's one thing to find an underground network that has been a state secret. It's another thing to find one right under your house. And that's exactly what happened to this Turkish man during a simple basement renovation. He knocked down a wall and came upon a tunnel that led to a vast, hidden underground city beneath his feet. A labyrinth of tunnels, hallways, and chambers unfolded before him. An entire underground complex, abandoned and forgotten for centuries. This underground city, now known as Derinkuyu, extends to a staggering 18 stories deep, reaching 85 meters. It is estimated to be thousands of years old and is large enough to have housed an entire community of 20,000 people. Despite its greatness, Derinkuyu's origins remain shrouded in mystery. Archaeologists have offered several theories, suggesting that the oldest parts may date back to 2000 BC, built by the Hittites or Phrygians. Others propose that it was built by the first Christians centuries after the birth of Christ. The exact story of its creation remains lost in the mists of time, or as conspiracy theorists would say, hidden in another classified file intended only for the eyes of authorities. 18. The ancient city Petra, an ancient city carved directly into the heart of the rocks of the Jordanian desert, is a wonder that defies easy access. Getting there involves navigating through a narrow canyon, but its appeal remains irresistible to countless visitors. Abandoned for centuries, Petra once thrived as a major trading center strategically located at the crossroads of bustling routes. It facilitated the exchange of silk, spices, and herbs between India, Arabia, Africa, and Egypt, bringing great wealth to its inhabitants. The exact date of its construction is uncertain, but we know that Petra was the capital of the Nabatean kingdom. During its heyday, an estimated 20,000 people called this city home. However, questions remain. How did the Nabateans accomplish this feat? What motivated them to carve such exquisite structures into the towering rock faces? And even more puzzling, given the delicate nature of sandstone, how has this evidence endured for more than 2 millennia? 19. The tunnels of Area 51. Area 51 stands out as a place of immense secrecy, so much so that the breach could lead to more than just an arrest. It could even get you expelled from the United States. No wonder it has fueled countless conspiracy theories more than any other military site in the world. It is the most infamous military base in the world, one that officially does not exist. If it existed, it would be located about 100 miles from Las Vegas, in the desolate Nevada desert, between an Air Force base and a former nuclear test site. But then again, maybe it doesn't exist. The US government remains secretive. You can't drive near it, and, until recently, even the airspace above it was off-limits to space. Any mention of Area 51 is blacked out from official documents, even those declassified years ago. For conspiracy theorists, it's the ultimate prize. UFO enthusiasts speculate that the Pentagon is investing in reverse engineering alien spacecraft and keeping aliens frozen. There is even a rumor of underground tunnels and trains connecting Area 51 to other secret facilities across the country. The problem is that it's hard to debunk these myths when no one can speak on the record about what's really going on there. The intense secrecy of Area 51 fuels speculation, turning it into a hotbed of wild theories and endless fascination. What is your government hiding? 20. Cold War bunkers. Hidden deep beneath the Bosnian city of Konjic lies a relic from the Cold War era. This once top-secret fallout shelter, known as Tito's Bunker, is a snapshot of a time when the world was on the brink of nuclear annihilation. Built at the height of the Cold War by former Yugoslav leader Josip Broz Tito, it was intended to safeguard the core government and ensure the nation's survival in the event of an atomic catastrophe. Today, the bunker serves as a chilling reminder of that potential fate, while also housing a collection of valuable art pieces. Interestingly, with recent concerns about a possible nuclear conflict in Europe, this secret haven has become an increasingly popular destination for tourists. At first glance, the exterior of the bunker, nestled among the mountains near Konjic, appears unremarkable, like any other hotel or holiday home in the Balkans. But inside, a hidden door reveals a passageway carved directly into the mountain rock. Josip Broz Tito commissioned this installation during the escalation of the nuclear arms race between the Soviet Union and the West after World War II. It was a desperate attempt to ensure the continuity of his government in the face of possible nuclear devastation. Could Tito's bunker simply be a modern facade, hiding an entrance to a much older and enigmatic world hidden beneath the mountains? KORANOS' Russian history has taught us not to believe otherwise. What do you think of the theory that beneath the surface of the visible world lies something much more sinister? What do you think? Could there be even more surprises out there? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and be sure to subscribe for more great stories like this. And don't forget to turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Thanks for watching and see you next time.